Welcome to episode 4 of Song Surgery. My name is Pat Tarpey. I'm a writer, producer, and mixer here in Nashville, Tennessee. And in this series, I break down songs. We're not doing like how-tos or anything that in-depth, but just kind of do some overviews of songs that I've been a part of in one of those roles, usually all three, but not always. And today we have a song called You Problem. It's not out yet. It will be coming out. I do have permission to do this from the artist. The artist in question is Nolan Gray, and our co-writer on this one was Warren Garrett, another homie here in Nashville. Both super talented guys, and let's just get right into it. So, the title is You Problem. We wanted to write a song that has a lot of heavy elements, kind of akin to bands like Lakeview or Bill Murray, where we're doing like a pop country top line over a very heavy track, basically a metal track. So, this was kind of the perfect fit of those vibes, and as you will hear, the title You Problem is pretty self-explanatory. It's a relationship dynamic. She is the problem. We are not the problem. It's a bit of a fuckboy anthem in a way. But it's really fun. It's really playful. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And the track was incredibly fun to work on. So it was a great session. It was one of those ones where it just kind of happened super fast. My background was metal. I cut my teeth playing in metal bands and writing and producing and mixing metal. And, I'm certainly not amazing at it, but it's something I'm really comfortable doing, and it's a muscle I rarely get to flex here in Nashville. So this was a really fun song. It's very near and dear to my heart. It was a blast to make. We're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to the demo, The End of Day, from that writing session, and then we're going to go listen to the final. So let's start out with that. Here's the demo, The End of Day. We're going to go from the intro through probably chorus 1, and then we'll do the same thing with the finished one. Because this one did change a significant amount. So, here we go. You Problem, demo, End of Day.
You never liked the way I stayed out till 2 a.m. You tell me not to do it, so I go and do it again. Didn't like the look of a 4x4. High maintenance, always need more. Well, baby, I ain't no mechanic. I can turn a wrench, but I can't fix your damage. You really seem to like the white-collar type, but I guess I ain't that guy. So, hey, they sound like your issues anyway. You can try, but baby, I won't change for heaven's sake. I am who I am, what can I say? I ain't saying I ain't never done wrong. You've been blaming me all along. You're doing all this digging, but when you get down to the bottom, it's just gonna be one of those you problems. Hey!
So... in the demo, I definitely was just whole ass in it straight from the get-go, which was, in hindsight, when I went back to produce the song and finish it up, I was like, it's probably a little too intense, bro. Chill out. We got to have some dynamics here. So, let's now listen to the final. This was one of those songs, again, where it's an older session. It was mixed on hardware initially. Many of those pieces are no longer here, so I kind of had to recreate an in-the-box version of that, but close enough to the final, and here's where we ended up.
You never liked the way I stayed out till 2 a.m. You tell me not to do it, so I go and do it again. Didn't like the look of a 4x4. High maintenance, always need more. Well, baby, I ain't no mechanic. I can turn a wrench, but I can't fix your damage. You really seem to like the white-collar type, but I guess I ain't that guy. So, hey, they sound like your issues anyway. You can try, but baby, I won't change for heaven's sake. I am who I am, what can I say? I ain't saying I ain't never done wrong. You've been blaming me all along. You're doing all this digging, but when you get down to the bottom, it's just gonna be one of those you problems. talking shit about me to your mama and then
I love this song. I just want to listen to the whole thing every time. So yeah, what did we do? We made the intro way more quiet, way more chill, and we added like a kind of a vocal chop thing from the chorus. I affected it, which we'll go through and listen to those things individually. And then we took that, what was the intro riff, and made it like a turnaround, just like a tag, which I guess it was also used as in the demo, but you know, it was way too much to have as the intro to the song. It was too fuck you. So let's talk about the production. You know, the writing session went really well, and the end of day was really cool. We were kind of rushed on the vocal, so Nolan wanted to come in and take his time, so we did retrack all that. Not one of those instances where we ended up keeping the demo vocal. And then, you know, when you're making a metal track, the key is, for me at least, and I don't know if many people would disagree with this, your rhythm section is really, really cohesive in metal. Your guitars are almost a percussion instrument while they're also doing chord information and helping support, you know, the other melodic things that are happening. So drums first, then bass, and the bass and guitars have to basically create one three-dimensional sort of sound together. And there's multiple ways to do that. I've talked about it in a couple of other videos where, you know, your bass guitar ends up having like a split signal. One of them's pretty distorted. One of them's pretty subby. And then we make all of that one cohesive package. Let's start by listening to the drums, and we'll go into the chorus from the verse. Mostly just programmed elements in the verse here. Let's open those up. Just a couple of loops. Just affected them in interesting ways, kind of saturated them. Some one-shots probably from Splice or from a sample library that, I mean, I have a hard drive full of that shit, so probably just some stuff that I had laying around or some stuff that I pulled from Splice. And then the chorus, we pop off. Programmed. We didn't really have the budget to hire a drummer, and, you know, I'm not saying that there aren't guys in Nashville who could pull this off, but, you know, it would take some time, and, you know, that's a very specific skill set to be like a fantastic metal drummer. So we kept the programming from the right. I think I busted out an old snare sample from back in the day. Yeah, there was a Woe Is Me kit. I can't remember if it was Chango Studios did it, but I had these drum samples for a long time, just like those old metalcore samples, and I was like, this is the perfect time to bust them out. So big, fat, roomy snare, clicky, subby kick, very scooped, standard metal stuff. Let's add the bass in now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else cool going on. A couple transition sounds in the chorus, and other than that, it's literally just the drum kit. No additional programming or subdividing elements. And then bass. Yeah, again, split signal here. Yeah, disgusting. Just not a lot of low-end information in it. It's pure grossness. Its entire job is to do all of the high-end information. It's kind of smearing the pick attack, too. And there's your low end. Pretty fun. Love doing that kind of thing. Oh, there's also some 808s here. Yeah, bringing it back old school. 2000s metalcore, baby. So yeah, drums and bass together in the chorus. Punchy, thick. Let's add some guitars. There's some cool stuff happening in there I kind of forgot about. Let's listen to the guitars in solo. Oh, that's right. And I got what's this, Mike Stringer? Is that his name? The dude from what's that really cool metalcore band? Anyways, it's the one that the couple with the girl front, the front woman. Anyways, it'll come to me later. But more importantly, the tone. This yeah, I busted out my 27-inch scale baritone 7-string and just did some thick boy stuff. We've got a cool chorus pick thing. And then just this noisy loop that's panning to the left and the right just for some excitement. And that's pretty much the chorus package. I'm not sure really what was going on in the pads. And oh, there is stuff going on here. Wow. Okay, let's listen to the other music elements that are happening here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Octave guitars for the back half of the chorus just to give it some movement. Awesome. Yeah. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, it's mostly just rhythm section and vocal package, which, speaking of, let's listen to the vocal package. The BGVs here.
Hey, these sound like your issues anyway. You can try, but baby, I won't change for heaven's sake. I am who I am, what can I say? I ain't saying I ain't ever done wrong. You've been blaming me all along. You're doing all this digging.
Just like a really poppy, pop punk kind of country. There's some pedal tones in there, vocal package to offset the intensity of the rhythm section. And that was that. Let's see what goes on next. And then we do this whole section here.
Problems, hey!
Yeah, it's the tag is just you problem. Very simple. We drop the whole arrangement out, and then just the solo vocal. There's a little bit of like altar boy shit going on to support it, and then the way Nolan, he says you problem, and there's a plosive, and normally it's like, oh my god, there's a plosive. We can't have a plosive in a professional mix. I was like, fuck that. It sounds sassier. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fix that. It's you problem. Just to maximize the fuckboy energy, because that's what this is. Let's lean into it. You know what I mean? The tag is that cool riff. Verse 2, very simple.
You're always talking shit about me to your mama and them. Baby, if you don't love me, why'd you let me in at 2 a.m.? Yeah, here we go again. So hey.
Short verse 2, don't bore us, get us to the fucking chorus, and we're right back into it. There's a cool little guitar thing that happened there. I really enjoyed, actually. And now, chorus 2, essentially the same thing. We carry over the vocal package. We add a few extra elements just to keep it building in size. Whoops.
Hey, you sound like your issues anyway. You can try, but baby, I won't change for heaven's sake. I am who I am, what can I say? I ain't saying I ain't.
So, whole assin', whole hog, and then a solo.
You problems. Didn't like the thought of some.
Definitely some Pro Tools assist on that guitar solo because I'm not a great shredder. I probably I did something to it. I know it's not. I don't know if I actually tracked that at half speed and parts. I probably did. But hey, I don't need to play this live. Someone else does. Good luck, whoever that is. And let's see. Then we do like a breakdown here.
Didn't like the thought of some last name land. I didn't care much for my own man. You're never gonna understand.
Bring back that guitar from the intro.
What can I say? I am who I am, what can I say? I am who I am, what can I say? I am who I am, what can I say? Oh hey, they sound like your issues anyway.
Back into the chorus, build it up, add the bass in there towards the end of the breakdown. Chorus 3. Whole assin' in again, and then slightly change the vocal melody, get into the top of Nolan's vocal register there. He definitely had to push for those, but they're cool. They shake it up.
Oh, hey, they sound like your issues anyway. You can try, but baby, I won't change for heaven's sake. I am who I am, what can I say? I ain't saying I ain't ever done wrong. You've been blaming me all along. You're doing all this digging, but when you get down to the bottom, it's just gonna be one of those you problems.
That's right. Yeah, he wanted to do a scream there, so we did. You know, he had to. You know, it was just fry, and I had to like distort it to really get it to pop through. Nolan's not a screamer. That's a very specific thing, a very specific talent, and it's tough to do it right.
Problems.
So yeah, just distorted that with some decapitator, smashed it with gain reduction, a classic plugin for these kinds of things. Oh, in fact, what's this? That's right, yeah. Fun. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's very simple. And that can be a beautiful thing. You take a simple concept, you double down on it, maximize the energy, give it some dynamics, and just slap them in the face with it. So let's see if there's anything else we need to really dive into here. What were these?
What can I say? I am who I am, what can I say? I am who I am, what can I say?
Just some weird harmony engine things and alter boy effects kind of going on here. Some ambience in that little breakdown area to kind of just do something fucking weird, make the vocal sound interesting, and keep that whole section moving along, which it just builds the whole time.
Didn't like the thought of some last name land. I didn't care much for my own man. You're never gonna understand why we did it this way.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, they sound like your issues anyway. You can
I could listen to it all day, but that's really it here. This is one of those ones that I would love to do like a further in-depth breakdown on like the processing chains and how to get it all working together. But the takeaways were another really easy writing session where we got essentially what we wanted by the end of the day. We polished from there in production, moved some things around in the arrangement to keep dynamics moving. And then, you know, again, mixing becomes really easy when you have your arrangement built in a smart way. We made the drums, the bass, and the guitars one cohesive package. They all support each other. They all do something in the stereo spectrum. Bass is here, kick and snare. The snare's fat, it's huge. The guitars are wide. They don't have a ton of low end in them. We let the bass do that job. And then we just support the vocal with a big fat harmony package. We juxtapose the aggression to support the lyric of the song and the energy. Fuckboy Anthem. And there you go. We sent it off to mastering. It's done. It's just sitting there waiting to get uploaded, and hopefully it comes out soon. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do the likes, do the comments, do the subscribes, ask questions. If you want to see more stuff like this, please do that. That really helps out. And if you have any questions about specific things that we need to break down further in another video, let me know. Until then, love yourself, love your friends, keep making music, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hey, they sound like your issues anyway.